I've always made it my duty to put my country first anytime it comes down to politics. And the party that addresses issues and offer the people hope is the party I would always vote. But some politicians more than others just by vote with empty promises, which they know they can't and don't intend to keep. Whoa, and for 5 years we can't do nothing about it. Next time I give my support to government, I will demand a mutual agreement. I'll assign my vote to you on a contract, and if you can't do the work, I'll take my vote back. Oh, you promise industry,
You lie,
and prosperity,
you lie,
accountability,
you lie,
you make a fool of me.
you lie.
This is no joke. Take back all the damn promises and give me back my vote. Give me back my vote.
Give me back my vote.
Give me back my vote.
Give me back my vote.
We trade a promise for a vote. You couldn't keep it. You wrecked my hope, so now I have to rock your boat. Give me back my vote.
Give me back my vote.
Give me back my vote. Give me back my vote.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. All right, kids, what's happening on the lovely island of St. Martin? We begin with the news. Very sad news. Some news that it's going to make you go, And the reason why is because we are running out of space at our cemeteries. Yes. Apparently, according to a report by the Minister of Vrome, the cemetery is almost full. And we are reaching to a point whereby we don't know or we don't have space to bury our loved ones. And this is some serious news. And I hate to start the late night show with such a Debbie Downer, but it's important for you to know that we won't have any space to bury the political careers of these ministers when they don't come back next year. No? Bad? It's not good to be. Anyway, the Minister of Vrome, Egbert Duran.
I know that we are busy in our daily lives, and for most, the thought of the cemetery only comes to mind when someone close to us is lost. We are currently faced with a lack of burial space. As you may or may not know, there is no burial space in the ground, and most persons who have family members buried in the ground are encouraged to go on top of that grave if needed. We have just over 420 vaults in the Cul-de-sac cemetery that are currently in use, with the exception of a few that were created for kids. We are currently in the process of building a few more, but as land is limited and the hillside is extremely steep, we are also limited to the number of vaults that we can build. In 2022, we had 258 deaths on island. We had 241 in 2021 and 233 in 2020, and in 2019, 194. The numbers went up during the last few years, as an average between 2010 and 2018 were 174. With these numbers, we forecast that by the year's end, solution would be needed to be found. Our immediate solution is being undertaken the world around the use of urn vaults for loved ones. This means persons will be cremated and placed inside a vault that is a fraction the size used by the traditional coffin. This is currently being looked at as a viable long-term solution. We will continue to have much-needed conversations with the stakeholders and present a plan of action when the time comes closer. We are also in the process of seeking land to accommodate the need that we have for burial space.
So, there you have it. He says that, some land is going to be made available or bought with money we don't have. And then we're going to make some more graveyards. Let's stay alive, St. Martin. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Speaking about staying alive, the Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, Rudolph Samuel, came prepared, but I think he forgot to bring a ruler, because when he was making his opening statement, it looked like he didn't know how to deal with certain things. Now, let's say, for example, this situation with Diamond Estate. Private property, yes. However, of course, we know that it holds some very, very historical artifacts on top of the estate. Now, apparently in the evening hours yesterday, on Monday, excavators went and ripped the Saunders, the slave wall that they had there. And it's horrible news that that actually took place. So you would expect that the Minister of Culture would come and, show how upset he is about the situation by reading from a prepared statement. And just take a look at it. Just take a look.
The ministry can confirm that there were the ministry can notify that we were not notified prior to this activity taking place.
He said notify to notify? Who's notifying who? He's notifying, if you want to notify us, he's notifying. Who are you notifying? Somebody notify the minister to use a ruler and just take your time when you're reading. You just can't just go off. Or maybe, the speechwriter, I don't know. I just don't know. Let's continue. Yeah, just continue.
As Minister of Education, Culture, and Sports, I express my sadness at this outrageous act against the heritage, legacy, culture, and the traditions of St. Martin. The Ministry of Education, Culture, and Sports in no way condones this arbitrary manner of destruction of St. Martin's legacy and history. The Monument Ordinance describes a monument as a movable or immovable property which was made at least 50 years ago and which considered to be of general interest because of its beauty, its artistic value, its significance for science, the history of the country, or its ethnological value.
My heart is heavy. My mind is boggled. And that at this time, when so much attention is being paid on heritage, that this could be done. The ruins at Diamond Estate were recently discovered. I wonder if people even knew that. A young man, and we always talk of our youth, a young man of 20, in his treks through the bush, found it. The bush was cleared, and just last July, we celebrated Emancipation Day there for the first time. Every year, for the longest, we've been reenacting the Diamond 26 run. And though maybe it's a small group of people that do it, and only a few people know about it, the interest has been growing, and the property owners knew this. So several more ruins were discovered over the past few months, and so the steps were not taken at that time or yet to formally protect it. But we know also that anything of a certain age should be naturally protected. And so it hurts the heart. It hurts my heart, and I'm happy to hear from the ministries of ROMI and ECYS that the necessary steps will be taken to deal with that, because there are more in the bush.
Okay, so there's that. Now, the Prime Minister of St. Martin, Sylvia Jacobs. I asked a question, an innocent question, during the Council of Ministers press briefing on Wednesday. I asked her if the elections is still set for January 2024, or is it going to be earlier? And then she responded by saying the following.
I think we continue to insist on getting an answer to a question that has been answered already. The official date for the elections are January 2024. If any early elections will be called, you will be notified.
I'm trying to understand if members of the press are not allowed to ask any question what they want to ask. How is it, do we have to run the questions by you, or you want to give us the questions? And I'm not going to be, go on a rant, even though I want to so bad. But I'm not doing it. I'm just going to say that the Prime Minister understand that people, like the voters, the people you just pass in your dark tinted vehicle during the day and at night and not stopping and talking to them, people, actual voters of St. Martin, they see me and they ask me all the time, when is elections? I'm confused. Is it November or is it in January? So do I have to apologize for asking questions at the Council of Ministers press briefing, emphasis on press? Or is it that you forget that you don't come there on Wednesdays to dictate to the media? You see, that's why nobody does show up, because they don't have no, sorry, I'm ranting. Okay, calm down. Okay. All I'm going to say is you can't tell me which questions to ask, and if I want to ask you every week if elections is still set for January, February, March, April, May, June, July, it don't matter which day, I can ask whichever question I want. You know why? Because you are a prime minister. I am a member of the press. Therefore, you can either answer the question or refuse to answer the question. Or don't answer, like always.
My mind is boggled.
But that cocky answer. Anyway. Finally, the United People's Party, looking like a champion, I must say. Now, of course, I've come out with lists during the past couple of weeks, but the United People's Party is looking serious when it comes to the upcoming elections. It's like it's going to be a battle of history. It's going to be a battle of old versus fresh, and fresh versus spoiled, and it's gonna be interesting. It's almost like when you have Jordan, and you have the Jordan era and you have the LeBron era. Well, up is like the LeBron era, Lakers, and then of course you have those who like the Bulls and the Jordans. That's the DP, because they're red also, so it makes sense. And the Bull kind of look like anti-Sith. Anyway, so what I was saying is that the two political parties, the big parties that are going to be head-to-head, is going to be United People's Party and the Democratic Party. Now, the list of names that I have heard from the children on the corner, who ain't supposed to be on the corner, otherwise they might get locked up by the police, said that, you have people like Rolando Bryson, of course, as the leader of the UP. Then you have Kuki Bailani, President of Parliament. Then you have the Minister of Everything, boom, Omar Otley. Then you have Mark Mingo, oh. Then you have the new Minister of Tiat, oh. Then you have, who else? Hulk. Yes, Hulk. You might also join, because it's going to be the Green Machine. They're looking to be the best political party in St. Martin history. Let's see. Let's see. You never know. Welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. Let's begin.
With you, the new Kentaco. A combination that will surprise the most curious palates. Combining the deliciousness of KFC chicken and the practicality of a taco. With a doubly delicious ergonomic shape. Wow! Compatible with all types of bites. New Kentaco. Enjoy a double-breaded chicken breast with our secret recipe. Cheese, lettuce, and tomato. New Kentaco, the innovation that's in everyone's mouth.
It's me, Mr. H.E., straight out of Sugar City, St. Kitts of the Gunmasters Band. Let me tell you something now. Say, Martin, we coming, how you mean, on the 25th of February, we will be there. How you mean? We're going to be sexy this tonight. You're going to be crazy. This one is called Outside Again. Say Martin Sugar Man style. Trust me. You're going to be sexy. You don't know. Grandmasters Band will be there. Collision Band. A whole heap of DJs. Right there at Moon Bar. People, get your tickets. You don't want to miss this one. Because you don't know. When Grandmasters Band come around, it's proper shellings. You understand? Outside Again. You're going to be madness. People, come on. We're on the outside again. How you mean? We're outside like a doormat. Watch it now. People, the 25th of February. Don't miss it. Moon Bar. Going to be, hey, shell down. Watch it, Grandmasters Band. We're coming, rooting. Boom.